Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 397 of the Red Force Podcast. My name is Eric Tyler. Joining me today,
We're here in the Jojo show. The show where only a handful of people watch, listen, enjoy.
Harvison Berry.
The Jojo enjoyers. Eric said before the show, where are the Jojo channels? And I said, there's a few. Alright?
Name them.
Some the Joestar, Hammond Beat.
Are these essay channels or are these like week to week chapter shit?
Well, there's one, it's monthly.
Right.
So they do monthly chapters and they do some, essay videos.
This is the thing. Everyone loves Hunter x Hunter. No channels about it. No videos.
Well, there's no content.
Everyone loves Kingdom. No channels.
No content! Eric, you need consistent content to run a channel. One Piece has it in spades. You can't beat the theory potential. You can't beat the schedule. It's just not the same anymore.
Next week, legendary episode. You can see the budget.
Apparently, Ichitani return, Eric. I've heard rumors.
Maybe not Ishitani, but perhaps Mori, her partner in crime. Christian.
Will Kuma be writing next week?
We saw it in the preview, Christian. End of the flashback this week.
Crazy.
Next week, the punch.
Nika.
Did you see Sheeta's
Gum
Gum axe?
I did.
Why does Sheeta insist on doing his Sheeta flappy mouth?
He loves it.
Why does he insist?
He loves it. He's been doing it for literally decades. He's not going to change. Not going to change it. But Eric, we finally have some JoJo news. Part 7, the hype builds.
Biggest news, perhaps.
The director from Part 5 returns. Eric, has Japan assembled the Avengers?
Maybe that's what they've been
once
doing.
Again.
Maybe Part 6. When was Part 5 released, Christian? 2018 or something?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Maybe a separate team. Let's sort this out.
Eric, they've been saying we've been working on the horses for years.
It's like, the horses are fine. It's not a big deal. I don't know why people always post that panel of that massive shot where all the horses are running. But it's all parallel. All you'd have to do is animate one horse and copy and paste it across the whole thing.
Okay.
And on just different times in the loop.
Alright, animation expert.
Relax. Not that different. And, the one in the front would only have to be the most detailed.
Eric, everyone's afraid. Everyone's afraid.
Now, David Production, do they use digital techniques?
We don't know. Surely they would have to with JoJo. Come on. By hand?
I'm sure there's people still... I'm sure there's an old man who's 65 on paper still.
Smoking that cigarette.
Hey man, digital, whatever. Shout out to Japan Pipeline. It's an issue. I hope they fix it.
Okay.
We still wait for the One Piece, Christian. People tell me when it was announced, it's coming soon. I said earliest you'll see something 2026.
We're halfway through.
Maybe next One Piece Day you'll see a trailer.
Long time, Eric. In other anime news, a extremely popular anime man, not the anime man, but Gigak.
Anime man adjacent. Who's got more subs?
I think the anime man. I think.
Other guys got like 6 mil or whatever.
It's a lot of subs.
Right.
He is one of the anime men, Eric, of course. Gigak, the isekai enjoyer. This man just slurps up isekais. That's all he does.
He's making something based on his heritage, which is
and
cool.
It's an isekai, of course it is.
But it's good to see different, we get the Thai stuff. There's different mythology in that.
Sure.
Cool stuff. Someone do something about African mythology, Christian. That's
they did
crazy.
that in fucking Castlevania.
Sure.
The
Ogun. The blacksmith man.
The blacksmith man. Classic.
But yeah, the JoJo news is you. I'm excited now, Christian. Part 6.
You're involved.
Can you admit Part 6 was bad?
No.
Part 6 was a massive disappointment.
Eric, after the go.
After 5?
Eric, Part 5 was different.
Part 5 still hits.
Yeah, but I watched Part 3. I watched Part 4. I watched Part 5. Part 5 is the outline on the graph.
Part
Eric.
5 was a masterclass in fucking production.
Eric, Part 5 is the outline
Was
on the
the
graph.
animation elite? No. But
Eric, the soundtrack.
it's not a... Sometimes...
The sound design.
See, Christian.
The direction.
I don't think JoJo would really need bombastic animation because that's not really the fucking point.
No, it's about men staring at the camera, saying hype shit, punch him once or twice. You know.
It's hard to capture tone when you're doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going into that. Like, it's kind of like in video games when you're like, why does that look weird? And then you realize that it's probably done that way for simplification of design, so the audience knows what the fuck they're doing and shit.
Okay.
Like, that's kind of like what it is for JoJo. It's like, we don't need some shit as shit because no one's gonna know what the fuck's going on because the concepts are already so fucking complicated.
Yeah, the ghosts and the fucking...
So, you know, we're gonna...
stands and shit.
But yeah, JoJo doesn't need immaculate animation. It needs the highest level production. Christian, I always talk about it. Peak sound design. No one's taking it.
Industry standard.
You know who's gonna take it?
Who?
Me.
Okay.
When someone punches someone, I want it to be a cannon. Make it sound like a gunshot going off. Why not?
JoJo. Alright.
Part 5, Christian. And, you know, the music. Just the... It's just a well-crafted piece, Christian. And part 6, people tell me the source material's good.
It is good. Again, I've talked you through all the issues with part. It's got a lot of issues. Araki pulls the car around in the last arc. And we thank him for it. But Eric, part 5, the villain is...
You know what? You know why I feel like part 6 has issues? Because a lot of it is combat. And that's not where...
Yeah, there's a lot of stands.
That's not where JoJo's good.
You need the hype man. It's all about the hype man.
Because if you're going to have non-stop combat in an anime, you need that elite stuff. To just keep the audience engaged.
Yeah.
So then, anyway.
But Eric,
we're hyped for part 7 because we got the elite crew back.
The reason why part 5 works so well is the boss is hype as fuck. He pulls out that King Crimson and it rips a space in rips a hole in space and time, and you're like, this man's hype. It's intimidating. Intimidation factor, Eric. Alright? Poochie, he doesn't really have that intimidation factor until Eyes of Heaven go. But other than that, kind of really doesn't have that intimidation factor.
Yeah, he's sweaty all the time. He's
Yeah.
kind of calculating, but kind of fumbles a lot.
Yeah.
Again, the fucking child of Dio bullshit no one likes. Anyway. Shall we get into the chapter, Christian?
Eric, chapter 26.
Some CQC action. Wait, how long? This is the second year, JoJo part 3, or the third year.
Well, it would be the third year.
We're in the third year.
I think it started late in the year. So you get 11 chapters a year. Get 11 chapters a year.
We're in the third year.
In the third year, Eric. Is this the best fight?
Yeah.
It's not over yet. I guess it gets over next chapter.
Right.
And we can obviously speculate how Parker gets out of this pretty easily, but we'll get into it, Eric. Eric, Parker has Ningbo by the head, and he just caves our face in.
Punches him in the mouth. No nonsense.
No nonsense brutality.
Right.
Destroys his mouth. Just his jaw's just fucked up.
Fucked him up.
Alright? Bang.
We assume he's got that tensile strength from that stand ability.
Yeah, from that, Eric, he's crazy, right? He smacks him in the mouth. But Eric, Ningbo, we're gonna give him credit. He can take a lot of damage, alright?
Usopp level durability.
He then chops him in the neck, sends him flying into the corner, Eric. He looks like he's done.
Right.
But Parker notices that his hand is starting to swell up. And then suddenly, Yusuke flies into the room
with a machine gun.
like a crack man, and just starts shooting his pistol, missing every shot.
Right.
Chabang runs into the little hatch, seals it up. Eric, what do you think about Yusuke here? In character, he's a crazy loose cannon man.
Yes. Yeah, it's good.
Eric, you know what I like about this sequence so much?
What?
It's got so much personality and character, right? You got the straight man,
The cool man.
the brutality of Parker,
And then you got the goon.
and then you got the absolute clown, Yusuke coming in there, just shooting pop shots, screaming, crying, just
Right.
know what's going on. He's crazy, right? you can see the animation in your head.
I think Yasugi's gonna be the most popular character in this part for sure.
He's just got so much personality. This is a very
And
flavorful character.
Yeah, it's such a contrast to everyone else in the crew because they're all kind of like mute,
stoic mutes, you know. And then you got this fucking crazy man, right? Chubang escapes down that hatch and they lock it off. Mai is confident that Chubang won't call Howler because she's thinking about that 50 billion. She's thinking about that offer.
She's about to switch up.
He's like, hold up, relax. She's about to switch up. Don't worry about it, alright? Parker notices that hand is inflating Eric. Chubang then interrogates Lulu for some details. She wants to know what the whole situation is, Eric. Then, back on the boat, the Coast Guard boarding the ship, they're here. Howler says, fuck you, no deal. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
This is my family's land. 50 billion and this shitty land on
Key West trying to convince?
Key West's just a lawyer. Key West is like, look, I can get you off this boat, but they just might. The Presidente.
We're going to get an executive order.
President might do an executive order. Now, was this inspired by real life events? Executive orders and shit? Probably. Iraqi's watching the news. We know he watches the news. Will Trump make an appearance upon 9?
I mean, the years don't match up.
2024.
Maybe.
It's possible.
2024. Maybe. Could.
Or is it going to be Biden, Eric? Sitting there. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's probably going to be some random meme character Iraqi thought out, but...
Where's this going? His crew's about to betray him for the money. Will Howler evolve, Christian?
He already said no fuck you. He's not over sweaty.
He is sweating a lot in this chapter.
He said no fuck you.
Yeah.
So he's made up his mind. Eric, I imagine he's going to be backed into a corner and then he's going to pull out some Zaweldu shit.
Where's he stand at?
Eric, we know he has a stand.
But where is it, bud?
We know he has it. Will he pop it at some point and just go as Zaweldu? Problem solved.
Yeah, perhaps.
I think that's what Iraqi's doing here. He's building up the tension. He's backing Howler to the corner. Everyone's about to betray him. And then it's this
Watch will just disappear with nothing. With like nothing, how he just disappears and it was like, what? And then like 20 chapters later, you see his stand.
It'd be something crazy.
Yeah.
Alright. Iraqi knows how to do that. Alright. He did it with Dio. He knows what he's doing with that. Alright. The president can issue executive orders and just take the land. Howler knows someone has that goddamn lava rock. Alright. Questions Key West, do you have? Is it you?
Do you have it?
Do you have a certain object?
Right.
Right. Then, suddenly, Key West gets a little message from Chubang. Shows her the picture of the bank manager and that Howler is after a lava rock. Where do you think this is going? Are they going to switch up on Howler?
Yeah.
Right now?
I think they never had Howler's interest in money.
No, they're just money man.
No, not right now. A little bit later on. But it's kind of interesting because who were they working for, Christian? Who were they working for?
Eric, Howler's the main villain. Let's not do this. Who's the true main villain? Right? Let's not do this. Right?
There might be another faction we have to take out first.
There might be another faction. I'm not going to say there isn't.
But the man's by himself. He's backing the crew. He's got no one if his crew leaves him.
Eric, he might lose all his money and then go on sicko mode. Because as they've said previously, a rich man gets dangerous when he starts losing his money.
Will he recruit the policeman? The sicko?
The sicko. He might. Will the sicko return? He might. Right? Eric, we go back to the fight with Ningbo, Eric. Parker's hand continues to expand. May tells Parker that Ningbo has a stand. May, what is your stand ability? We know you have one. Stop holding out. Alright?
Yes.
You know a lot about stand abilities. What's yours? Alright? What is it? Alright? Parker's hand then
pops off.
Eric, Ningbo gets up, tries to lunge for that weapon, Eric. Lunge for that gun. Parker flicks it up, uses his stand to grip it, and then brutally
bashes him
in the head with his gun. Now this man has severe brain damage.
He's out of it.
His head's caved in. If you can hear that Smash Brothers sound effect of that baseball bat.
Right.
Eric, I want the baseball bat sound effect when this gets animated. Right? This man got dealt a brutal blow. Will you comment on the impact Araki can generate in this fight?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because this because this part's so grounded, it just adds to the shock value, to the power. Because there's not really like power stands.
No.
And people aren't getting like punched through walls and shit.
Yeah.
It's just punch.
Just that absolute brutality.
Right.
Alright. He then goes to shoot him in the face, but Ningbo blocks the fire with his hands, expanding the bullets away, doing no damage, Eric. Then Ningbo explodes the gun, touches Parko's hand, the hand explodes, he loses some fingers, Eric. Parko then goes hand to head with Ningbo, completely fucks him up.
Outclassed.
Hits him with that kind of aura in the gun. Smacks him up.
I'm surprised no aura, no Muda.
Smacks him up, Eric. Sends him on the floor. Parker's about to finish the job, but then Ningbo explodes the wall. Rubble smacks Parker in the face, and then Ningbo grabs him by the neck, and his neck starts to expand. Break.
How is this man alive?
Through sheer willpower.
He's getting pummeled.
Through sheer Eric, he can take a hit.
Oh yeah, like
he can take a lot of damage.
Bro's getting pummeled.
He's getting outclassed by Parker, right? Eric, is Parker top one close range in this part? Who's beating him?
Yeah, he outclasses everyone.
If he gets close range, it's finished.
Right. He's got the training to
the military training.
Right.
And he's got the close range muscle stand. So might be over for Ningbo. Now, Eric, obviously, we're gonna do some transfer the damage to his other hand situation, using the muscles, and he's gonna
push him around. Yeah. Sure.
We know how he survives this. It's not really.
We suggested this last week.
Yeah.
Or last episode.
We understand.
We understand hierarchy. We understand mechanics.
Sure. Alright. So,
how do you feel about cutting back and forth in general?
We really do it once, really.
This chapter basically.
We get an update.
I feel like both plots escalate nicely to like a high level.
Yeah.
Where they're about to burst, both of them at the same time. So it's a nice little combination that's going on.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, it's a good. I like this chapter. It's just, what am I trying to say?
Is the CQC elite?
I mean, it's good. It's just like, I don't know. Like, did I expect more from Ningbo? I guess he's just kind of getting pummeled.
He did the sneaky play. He got the grab.
Yeah. How do you feel about the grounded nature of this part?
It's working for me. It creates higher stakes because you know the characters are in danger. Because you and Yusuke running around with a gun, missing every shot. We know people can get fucked up in this part. Alright? So do you not appreciate the grounded nature?
I feel like we needed like a JoJo here.
It's missing. You're missing. You just want to see Joe Diego pop off.
Or Dragona.
You want to see that Joestar will pop off.
But instead, they're both passive again. In the other situation.
I would say
because
Joe Diego's approach. He does like his approach.
Yeah.
They're gonna escape this boat because they're not gonna survive this boat. They're just gonna fan out. Basically.
Of course, Christian, we know Araki's Joe
Of course.
situation. He loves Parker. I feel like I like Parker. I like Yasugi.
That's a good dynamic.
But like, where's the Joestar will that we love, Christian? Now I don't know. I haven't really read Part 8. And I've sort of... The Joestar will is involved in Part 7, Christian. It isn't involved in Part 8, the Joestar will.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But there are times you get with the side characters, Eric. Don't get me.
Yeah, but like, we're 26 chapters deep.
I just want to see Jodie pop off.
Jodie's done some stuff. Dragona's done literally nothing.
She's got
and has no personality at all. Literally nothing. She's done nothing.
She got a utility stand and does some bullshit.
Sure, she changes some numbers, a little bit of mechanical stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this, let's do that. But like, this would have been the perfect opportunity for Parker to be the muscle, Dragona to be the tech,
yeah,
and for the tech to solve the problem.
But Eric, instead we're giving more source to Yusugi and Parker.
But we have enough on them. We don't have anything on the JoJos.
Don't get their time, Eric. They're dealing with hell right now.
I want to see that menace. I want to hear that fucking Golden Wind soundtrack start. You know what I'm saying?
Eric, shit's about to pop off on that boat. Don't worry about that.
He seems like he's leaving, and the crew's just gonna let him leave. Because
they just got found out. They just got found out. Depends what Key West does. If Key West goes they're frauds, he's pulling out that gun, Eric. Maybe he's pulling out that stand. I feel like the rock gets found and seized.
It's crumbled though, isn't it?
It's crumbling.
Yeah, like, I'm enjoying this part, but like, where would we be in part 5 right now, 26G? Where are we at?
We're probably dealt with Popo. Well, we're going to extrapolate that to monthly. So we would be around 60. Let's just say
where are we at in part 7, 26D? Remember that True Man's World?
Yeah. We're about to deal with Eric. I'll tell you, if Hella pops off with some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, but like,
Araki's built into something here.
I guess part 7 is more intimate because it's 2 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we're missing that Joestar Will little sprinkle in this part so far. We need that little spot because I like the gritty nature of it. I like the downscale, the fucking crime boss drama that we got here. Like, look, where like guns matter, and like the power of the fighters matter and stuff. It's kind of got that nice grounded feel. It's just like that. Like, we need that expression of will, because even though Parker is strong, he doesn't have that. He hasn't had that will moment yet.
Maybe
you know when the doom face comes, Christian.
The menacing.
And the menacing happens.
It might happen next week when he does the menacing, and then he like grabs.
Wouldn't it be Christian? This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Parker's on the floor, and then Yasugi has the menacing face. He goes full sicko mode.
Eric, we're still waiting for Yasugi full sicko.
We're waiting. It's gonna happen. It's been pretty straight. Like the arc's been straight. I'm looking.
Eric, we have our eyes.
I'm looking for that twist, that spice. Christian.
Eric, we know Yasugi will have some kind of sicko mode.
Now, since we're so far deep into JoJo, we know how this is gonna end. There's gonna be some trick with the muscles. He's gonna move them around. He's gonna defeat Ningbo.
Yeah.
If that's the case,
yeah,
I'm disappointed.
What if Parker takes damage and then Yusugi has to go sicko mode?
That's what I'm saying. We need that. We can't just do a normal stand thing. Well, I figured out the puzzle. I win.
What if Yusugi just puts a gun in Ningbo's head and pulls the trigger?
That's what I'm talking. Do something like that. Like do something.
Do some sicko mode shit.
Do you agree that this has just been a nice straight arc, just straight line of going up?
Yeah.
There's been no real cool twist.
I guess we don't want the obvious conclusion about the muscle shit. I mean, that's the obvious conclusion.
But yeah, I feel all the characters are established. The plot's established. We're moving forward with the plot. I don't feel like there's been this. I feel like
Yusugi has to prove his worth here. You know what I mean? He has to prove his worth.
Yeah, but like, I'm just looking because I like what we have. We're a solid 8 out of 10 so far with this part.
Let's elevate to that 10.
Let's get that twist. Let's get that oh shit, oh fuck moment. Because right now we're just cruising. Cruising in a phone call.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. It's not a phone call. I don't know.
Maybe it's my phone. Who knows? But yeah, that's what I got to say about this part. Just give me some spice, Araki. Give me that Araki twist.
It's solid fundamentals, Eric.
We got the fundamentals.
And we'll get into that topic of the show. Perfect layup for topic of the show.
Fundamentals.
Eric, I called it new equals good. The Eric syndrome.
We'll get into it.
Alright, that's right. 8
8
out of 10.
8 out of 10 chapter.
I want to see Yasugi. I want to see someone go sicko mode.
That's what I'm saying. Just give me an elevation of what we got so far. Shanks.
How strong is Shanks, Eric? Every week we come to you question of how strong is Shanks. And every week we say Shanks is stronger, Shanks is the Gold King. But still, people out there say Kaido's top one. They're rare. They're dying breed, Eric. One day I might take them off the list. One day.
I don't think they exist anymore.
There's one guy, Eric. As soon as that account goes down,
Got Kaido top 1.
as soon as Kaido top 1 goes down.
Are you going to replace it with Top Man?
No. Eric, no. Gimmick Man does not get on the list, alright? No Gimmick Man.
No Gimmick Man.
Alright?
We heard it here first.
There are some people out there claiming, Eric. They make these claims that Dragon... Eric, I saw a fucking really annoying tweet about the One Piece anime. I saw a certain Sengoku enjoyer say, how good would a Dragon Seinen spin-off be? And I thought in my head, what is wrong with this man?
We could do like
Dragon making the hard choices, Eric. He's always making the hard choices. What is this cope? What is this lunacy? They can't show Dragon on screen because he's hardcore. And he's too hardcore for shonen. What is this cope? It's made up. It doesn't exist. Did you expect that take?
There's so many bizarre takes. You know what popped off?
Did you expect that take?
You know what popped off today?
What?
Zoro only follows Luffy because Luffy's stronger than him.
But Eric, the Zoro fans don't agree with that.
But even if you're a Luffy fan and you're gonna have that take for a gender, you know that's a bad take.
That is a bad take.
Terrible take.
It's a bad take.
And I had to say it. Zoro would follow Luffy even if he was stronger because their relationship isn't predicated on strength, obviously. But anyway,
what about Fishman Island, Eric?
They always bring that up, and it's like...
Well, anyway. Speaking of Zoro, there are some stupid people that think Mihawk's the strongest. That Black Blade lives rent-free in people's heads, Eric.
It's the only logical thing they have.
And of course, the worst of them all, Eric, the people who think... Oh, you know what? We'll mix it up this week. The worst of them all are the Akainu suckers.
He's getting irrelevant.
He's getting so irrelevant that it doesn't even make...
He's replaced by Omo and the Holy Knights.
It's getting sad.
The Navy kind of doesn't matter.
It's getting sad, Eric. It's getting sad.
Correct.
But Shanks is strong, Shanks is Gold King. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong, he can get the job done in one hit. Unlike Parko, Eric. Parko's got some damage, but he doesn't have that divine departure damage.
Correct.
Very strong, Shanks is Gold King. Talk with the show, fresh equals better. The Eric syndrome. Now, of course, I might be being a bit salacious with this title.
Sure.
I might be trolling Eric a little bit here. But during last week...
Given the background...
During the last week, I can't remember what the background was.
I'll correct the errors.
I can't remember what the background was.
Alright, so basically we were talking about RPGs, JRPGs. Christian suggests fucking Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest 5.
And I've fucking played all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore.
And then he won't stop talking about Yakuza 8. He won't stop talking about it.
Because it's got the best JRPG battle system. And he refused to.
He will never. And I said, Eric, what about you just want the fundamentals? What about you just want to press a button and think about the strategy? Alright?
But that's in the game as well.
I don't want to think about 3D space and fucking Bumman using his poison spray. Right?
How many times can you get your fucking bard or dancer or flamingo dancer in fucking Dragon Quest 11 to debuff the guy and then use your Unga Bungo move to do massive damage? How many times? How many times can you do that?
Eric, I told you, it's not about the skill tree. It's about the dungeon experience.
And then he goes, "You haven't played any RPGs."
That's true.
It's like, not even true.
I played more. I'll say that. We'll give you that concession.
I suppose I would have to go through it, but
alright. But and then it broke down to movies,
film.
Eric, what? Oh, TV shows. Eric, for some reason, watching Orange Is the New Black.
Nah, that's cancelled now, Christian.
He took it off the list. It's terrible.
We compromised. It's going to Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Now there are 5 good seasons.
Wait,
I have seen.
I watched the first episode last night. I liked it.
The farm gets a little fucking boring, but at least you can power through.
I don't think we're gonna get through all 20,000 seasons of
The
it.
Farm season 2.
The Farm season 2. Okay.
The Farm is a little fucking boring with the old man and the fucking farm, but you can power through it because you're.
Anyway, the point of this topic of the show is Christian is in this phase in his life where he's boiling it down to the root fundamentals. He's an old man. He wants to regress back.
I don't want to regret. I'm just saying. Sometimes, Eric. Let me tell you, I'm on season 7 of X-Files.
We all like a good steak dinner, Eric, with some nice
Let me tell you something. I'm on season 7 of X-Files.
But you can't have that every night.
Eric, I'm on season 7 of X-Files.
Still, you're watching it.
Eric, it's 22 episodes a season, and they're an hour each. Right? So I've watched
Is it getting
140 episodes of X-Files. Alright? And there's something, Eric, I don't know what it is about these 90s procedural Monster of the Week shows, but they know what they're doing. And it works. And yeah, you might get a cool little reveal twist here or there. But it got dumb in season 5 and then they brought it back. It's ebbs and flows, you know how it is. Alright? They brought up some idea and they're like, nah, this is shit, we're not doing it ever again. Shit like that. Right? It's sloppy TV writing, we understand that. Right? Sometimes they go, nah. Right? But somehow they worked out how to do a procedural generated show. We have the script, we have the formula, we're just going to run that for fucking 8 years.
You know what's crazy?
We're going to make a lot of money and everyone's going to enjoy it.
You know what's crazy?
And why can't they do that now?
Christian, there's plenty of good shows right now.
I'm not saying... Eric, finish Squid Game Season 3. Eric, have you seen Squid Game?
I've seen the first couple of episodes.
Why not watch Squid Game instead of Walking Dead? Because you have to read?
No. I don't know, we're just laying on Walking Dead.
Alright, Squid Game... I would say it's an untraditional show. It's very much bad guys v bad guys, the human condition, twists and turns type shit. Works extremely well. Alright? Derek, the reason why I brought this up is because of that abysmal Chainsaw Man take you have. You got swindled by Mr. Morge into reading how many chapters of Chainsaw Man?
There was 100.
100 chapters of Chainsaw Man.
There's only 100 for the first season. Hey, Christian, guess what? He didn't continue the interesting thing, and part 2 sucks. Because it's reverted back to a paint-by-the-numbers shonen.
Okay. With sicko shit.
Yeah, with shit he's resolved in part 1. Or whatever.
Alright. Now my question to you is... Are you so...
By the way, I don't like it because of the reasons why Morge likes Chainsaw Man. I like it because it has interesting ideas around time and space, which no one has captured.
Okay. Again, with that interesting take, Eric. You have the same thing with video games. If you're not getting something new, you bounce off in like 10 minutes. You claim you played it all, Eric. Eric, if you can't enjoy the simple things, can you enjoy anything?
But how many times can you have steak and chips,
Eric,
Christian? How many times?
Let me tell you something about The Walking Dead.
Especially...
Let me tell you something about The Walking Dead.
It might get old. I anticipate it'll get old.
Eric, let me tell you something about The Walking Dead. The formula starts with everything.
I'm sure it does.
All
and
right.
when it wears thin, we'll bounce off it. But... Like, this is... You know what's so crazy?
What?
When would you say writing died, Christian? 2010? In film
let
and
me work
TV.
it out. TV, it's only getting better. For some reason. I guess Game of Thrones really popped it off.
When did the
fucking Breaking Bad and shit?
when was the quote of fucking what's it, the Star Wars guy fucking about subvert expectations?
Episode 8.
When was the subvert expectations generation, and when did it start?
That was 2016?
Let's say 2015, 2014, around there.
Alright. 2014.
You know what? It's been so long, and kids have grown up on absolute trash.
Yeah.
That if you go back to fundamentals, they praise the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Like, Eric, I went and saw the new Jurassic World Saturday.
Right.
You know what? Fundamental paint-by-numbers movie. Good action scenes. Alright, a lot of dumb decisions by the characters, which we can excuse. Okay. Dumb, comedy, fucking stupid shit. Alright. But it works. It's not like the Chris Pratt ones, where we got some horseshit, fucking political intrigue, and they're in a mansion for an hour and a half. Alright? It's not like that. They just went back, and they did some fundamental, we gotta get the thing, here are the stakes, people are dying, dinosaurs. And it works. Right? Sometimes it just has to work. Alright?
My whole thing is just like, don't fucking try and complicate things. Again, another more stream, he had a guy on talking about it. They were talking about storytelling and all that bullshit. They go, it's like the way the guy describes it. They said some bullshit. And I'm like, they're just talking about 3-act structure.
Yeah.
That's all they're talking about.
Derek.
Yes, it crescendos, and then there's a small downturn after because you gotta wrap things up. But that's just a 3-act structure. That he's going down the list and describing it. Oh, it's so good. Like, it's a build up of emotion. Guy, you don't have to put special terms on it.
We know what it is.
It's
now,
a thing.
Derek, you got mad at me for saying the same thing a few years ago.
What?
About using the special terms, right?
No, but it was what's annoying about it? He wasn't. They always. It's not enough.
But they jack it off the fundamentals.
But it's not enough that they know that what 3-act structure is, Christian. That's not enough.
They're gonna act like it's a
They're
secret.
gonna go over the top and over the top. It's like, it's a simple formula, people. It's been done for generations. Movies suck because now, or movies and TV suck now because they're trying to subvert expectations. They try and do some bullshit.
Eric, I talked to you about this as well.
They
It's
try
far too character focused, and there's no tone or plot.
But they try to
work.
They go Act 1, Act 2, Act 1, Act 2, Act 1, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Yeah, because they've got to do the 3-act structure with like 15 characters, and by the time you're at the 14th character, you're at Act 2 with the first character, and they're fucking around with they're fucking around with characters, gonna give every character an arc, so you can flip it back and forth. Alright? Eric, people underestimate tone and plot so much. And that's what it is. Why does Tarantino work? Tone. He is a master of tone and genre.
And his own flavour.
Sure, he's got the Tarantino flavor. And S-tier, top-tier actors that just want to be in his shit because he's the best. Alright?
Yeah, it's like... And he does... Tarantino's a perfect example of a master that keeps it simple and doesn't talk shit.
And he's the man who's seen every movie
He's
ever made.
Literally seen every movie ever made. And he says, Christian, it's been done. I'm just taking genre and adding my spice to it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm really doing. So don't go over the top. But yeah, we like the fundamentals, Christian. I like the fundamentals. But you gotta have...
If you're a writer out there,
you're gonna have a little bit of spice.
because I think in the modern era of like 2010 to now, there's been this from writers. There's been this because it's basically Oscar bait. The movies that win the Oscar are the character pieces, right? So they go, what do people think is artistic? Character studies. Let's make everything a character study. Even a fucking Star Wars movie that's about lightsabers and shit exploding. Let's make it a character study.
I've said this a lot.
Why?
I've said this so many times, Christian.
Yeah.
Writers love to write. The dialogue is out of control.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know why Michael Corleone is a good character, Christian?
Because he says fucking
Because he
nothing.
doesn't fucking talk and his face says it all.
That's it. Eric, the writers gotta believe in the actors. They're gonna believe in the tone, in the director.
We don't need monologues of feelings every time someone does anything.
Yeah. That's my take, Eric. If you're a writer out there, focus less on characters and put that energy into tone and plot.
It's not even focus less on characters.
It's crazy out there.
It's stop writing dialogue.
Well, yeah, they love the character interactions so much that they forget that they need to write a fucking story. Alright? That's my take.
Christian, actors can do more than say words on a page.
Yeah. I get if you're writing a book, you gotta do it all. That's different.
But you could write action. You can write what the character's doing. You don't have to write literal dialogue, and dialogue's always fucking corny. Always. No one speaks like that.
Unless you're Tarantino, and he's always...
But he does dialogue as people would talk.
Yeah.
These movies and TV shows where some guy goes on a rant about his emotional state, no one talks like this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You gotta be Eric. Let's talking. Alright? Questions.
Be more like Brooke with the triple dot.
Triple dot special, Eric. From Harvest and Berry. Will the Steel Ball Run anime have as much impact as Golden Wind did? Especially since the Golden Wind director returned.
We need a peak OST.
Eric, part 6 is always viewed as the hit or miss part. Part 7 is Twitter's favorite anime. Favorite manga, Eric.
Bring back roundabout endings.
With the songs.
Roundabout the song.
They're not going to bring it back.
Bring it back!
It's great.
We need it.
These songs have been always
It's
good.
a new beginning.
They'll do Ring of Fire by that country singer.
Yeah, but we need that meme back. We need that nostalgia back.
They'll do some cool country songs with guitar.
Yeah, but we need that back. That'll lift people, Christian.
Eric, it's just a classic meme. Alright? Everyone knows it. Alright?
I mean, it's elite.
It's a part 6 they play it, because they know.
Yeah, at the end.
It's the end of the original universe. So they understand. Right?
But yeah, like...
Yes, it will, because it is going to be a marquee event. Because everyone knows about part 7.
And you can start on part 7.
Everyone jacks it off non-stop. So they'll be there.
And it'll be an entry point, because you can start at part 7.
Yeah. People are going to be in. Alright? Don't worry about that.
They'll be like Morge, where they started at part 7.
We don't have to talk about Morge's JoJo takes, Eric.
He's a part 7 man only.
Will he acknowledge part 5 as like the perfect shonen formula?
I don't know, but he's only a part 7 man. That's all I know about his more JoJo takes.
Okay.
He doesn't like Araki. He doesn't like his
we
style.
Understand Araki doesn't like fun. We understand
he doesn't like his
fun.
style at all.
Morge doesn't like fun. We know that. Alright? He only likes structure. And balance. Alright? That's all he cares about.
Teams, Christian.
Yeah. Number 2. Is Parker the greatest CQC master in all of JoJo? Bruno's pretty good.
He's got that kick to Pesci's head.
Bruno's pretty good.
I'd give it to fucking...
Do the stands count
No.
as CQC masters?
We haven't really had Kung Fu masters.
We did, and he's a weird fucking
Yeah, but that's what I say.
man.
Like, no one's got, like, that actual hand-to-hand shit down.
Like Bruce Lee, go back and forth.
Except Parker. Parker's actually got some hand-to-hand.
He goes, Parker, yeah, we'll give it to Parker. Is Nick more durable than Carter? I'm going to say no, but he's got that Usopp durability.
Yeah, true.
Alright. Do you think Araki threw in Chabang
Gay
gay
text.
text because it was Pride Month? Probably
Again,
not.
we talk about why is Dragona trans. It's 2025. What's for in this thing?
He hasn't really done anything with it since, apart from the first chapter.
I mean, whatever. There's a weird little detail.
It's just there. Who knows? Alright. What are your thoughts on what Watsuki exhibition and the mangas that contributed to it? Rogue for honoring his work, even if it's a classic.
This is a Western thing.
Eric, of course, the Japan culture, very much a, master student culture. Araki's like a colleague. He's not even a student of
He
Watsuki.
didn't really try.
Araki's did one of his back page sketches and sent it in. He's like, I'm drawing CQC Master Parker here.
Do you think that was a protest, or do you think you're gonna be fucked?
I think he could be fucked. Because he's done these before and he's done good jobs, Fucking Ishida go crazy for no reason. Right?
Sen has to answer for his crimes.
He's gonna answer for Ishida's crimes, Eric.
Eric,
what is with Kishimoto not knowing how to use copic markers?
yeah.
Through his entire career. He does this on every volume cover and it looks shit.
Is it a weird scan situation?
No.
Where the ink.
No, he does not know how to use copics.
Why? What's he doing wrong?
He's jamming it into the paper, doing tiny little strokes.
Yeah, he's supposed to do long.
He doesn't know how to use them.
Bizarre.
Alright.
But yeah,
That's
this whole Watsuki situation, it's like this whole guilty by association shit's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
I understand if you don't want to be personally associated. Alright. But he did the time, I guess. Different culture, different circumstance. He's a fucking freak. We understand that.
That bandana meme was good.
The Zoro bandana.
Zoro fans are...
The bloodlust aura.
Zoro fans are in the mud.
Alright. It was okay meme, alright. This week's break was bad. There was no good memes.
Yeah, it wasn't a good break week.
It was a shitty break week with no content.
Don't forget 3 chapters, Christian.
Alright.
That'd be nice.
But that's the final question.
According to Christian, we'll be not even halfway through.
Next week, it's the second chapter.
No, 3 weeks, Christian.
2 weeks, halfway
We
through.
won't even be halfway through.
No, we'll only be 4 chapters of this
We're gonna get
flashback.
the deep emotional monologue of
I want to see the mechanics. Because Aibu is the villain. He's in the arc. Let's get the details.
Kaido was also in the arc.
Kaido didn't need a flashback. Let's be real. Kaido didn't need a flashback. And I just
It's
chucked
almost
it in.
worse he got the flashback.
It's true.
Anyway. Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is a good king.